Okay, we are online. It's the microphone here. Everything looks good. Let me check here if it's working. Looks fine for me. The audio. Yes. I'm on focus. Okay, very good. Here we are. So thank you for joining me. Let's see if somebody will join together or I will start the live by myself as usual. Today, I want to show you something that I made that I'm very cool. I like so much, and talk about the news on the 3D printing that happened these days with the new Reality K2 that they just announced, and continue to work on my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles project. And because someone asked me on my Instagram about the CA file, the other one that I showed last time, I decided to purchase that file. So I reprint all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I already print all the files, and I already start to assemble. When I found a very funny tutorial that explained how to put the magnets on the resin print to join the pieces together, so it's more easy to show when you just print, but you can still disassemble easily to paint. And also, if you need to send to somebody because you are selling, it's more easy to send because you can just separate the part. So I bought the magnet, they just arrived. I made some few tests and still need to improve a little bit because I have some small issue, but I will show to you later. And I will try to make also some magnets together in the live with you to show how I'm making. And but I think these magnets, they are too small, but for this one I will talk later. First one, still the camera is good. Yes, perfect. I just finished to print this beauty here. This is the helmet of the Nova Corps. This one I printed with the pt2, and it's for a customer here in China. They asked me, and I'm trying also to make one experiment again with a LED. As you can see here, this is just temporarily. This LED has a switch here that is activated with a pressure. So when I wear the helmet, it turns on the light automatically. So you don't have to click the button every time. Should work like this one, more or less. You wear the helmet, and when it's in position, it turns on the light. So you don't need to click any button here. It's very cool. And I think I will print one more for me because I really like the helmet, and also the fits is perfect for me. So when you remove, the light is off. And before somebody asks, I'm totally blind when the light is on. It's very strong, the LED for the eyes, but it's just for making the picture. So when you are wearing the helmet, you can wear it like this one, and I can see perfectly. I can walk, I can see all the fingers, everything. When you need to make some picture, something, just press a little bit more the helmet down, and the light is on. You just move a little bit, the light is off, and it's very cool. So yeah, you cannot see very well when you are the light on, but it's normal with a LED for the eyes. Except for that one, the helmet, this one is just a raw print. I will make a tutorial for my channel how I printed this one, how we'll put the LED, and also how to sanding and painting. I will make a full tutorial. So if you want to see how to make something like that, you can follow me on my Instagram. There is the link in the description here, and you can find all the information there, and I will post there when I will finish the helmet. Next one is, oops, the Creality, the new Creality. Yesterday was the anniversary of Creality. They announced the new Creality K1, K2, normal, plus, and I don't remember which one is the third one. The plus is the bigger one, is the 350. So it's become officially the biggest 3D print with a multicolor already integrated inside, because for now the biggest was the Arco, the frozen Arco, that it was 300, 300, 300. This one should be 350, 350, 350. Always correctly. The system is the same of the K1 in the good and in the bad. So they add some other stuff. The most important is the chamber by actively heated chamber normally. And the AMS, so they calling CFS Creality FF, I don't know for what is that system. Creality, maybe they write here somewhere. No, I don't remember what is the meaning of F. Creality function system. No, I don't know. Anyway, it's cool because I have a display that show the temperature and the humidity, but for what I understand is not heater the AMS, so it's not also dehumidificate the PLA when it's inside. That is bad. If you have also that function, it become the best AMS for now on the market, or when they will release on the market. So the other feature are another nozzle extruder, auto next leveling automatically now is that is the default. The flow is 40 millimeters second square second cube. Printing effect typically 300 millimeter by second. They said with the maximum printing speed is not a travel speed. This is writing printing speed 600 millimeter. That is so fast. I don't know if it's true or not, but we will see. The price, it will be very competitive compared to bamboo, because probably this is expected price is around 1,200, 1,300 with a combo, and in a big bed volume like that one with the multicolor, it's pretty good, but we have to see, because Creality always has some problem when they release some printer at the beginning. So after they need to fix every time some firmware problem. The K1 when they sell has a lot of problem that they fix with the K1 Max. So who knows what happened with the K2? I think we will see in the future. Except for that one, I decided also to start to work on the painting system, because it's long time that I say that I want to learn to paint. So here, as you can see, I'm starting to preparing the color from Vallejo, Tamiya, airbrush, brush, ink, all the stuff that I need for start to paint, to learn how to paint. This one is the Ninja Turtles. As you can see here, the legs, let me remove the base here. The legs are connected with the magnets. There is one small magnet here and a magnet there. So, but this magnet, it was not very strong. So as you can see, keep in position, but not very tight. So I want to change it with the stronger magnets when they arrive. Also the boost here, let me remove the hand. I put even 2 magnets, but still it hold in position. But if you shake a little bit, it will fall down. But this one, you need to consider that it's just for painting and for exposition. You don't have to go around and moving. So probably it's strong enough to work like this one. Also the leg here, I put 1 magnet, and you can keep in position a little bit. You can see it's a little bit detached when it's not in the correct position. But it's a test. I'm trying to make some experiment, and I found, let me come back here, that is more easy to work with the magnets from the slicer. In that case, I had to work with a file that was already printed, so it was a little bit more difficult to adjust. But today, on the Cheeto box, I will show you how to add the hole correctly. One good way to add the hole for the magnets, and also what's the best magnet that you can use. So let's start with our Cheeto box. Let me become smaller. And here we are. Let me see if everything is good. Should be okay. So this one, as usual, is my Cheeto box Pro, because I remember I'm using the Pro version. It's not a big problem. You can use also the normal version. Okay, you can see the screen. I was checking. and I use the Pro version because it's better for me. I print so many stuff, and all the features that it support, it's worth enough for me to pay the annual fee. I want to try also Litchi, because I also read the Litchi Pro is a good slider now. Actually, I'm printing a lot with the Frozen in the last period, the Frozen printer, and the Frozen, they have the very well tuned support and settings for the Cheeto box. In fact, the new Frozen Mega 8KS, they also arrive with a card for a renew for 1 year of Cheeto Box Pro, for example. So I think until I'm using the Frozen printer, I will continue to work with the Cheeto Box Pro. Here you can see I have my two printer. One is the Mighty 8, and this one is the Mega 8KS that will arrive next days, I hope. And you can see the difference of the build plate is massive. I can't wait to test it and making a review. So this time I'll go a little bit faster because this part I already make last week with a different file, but the meaning is the same. I already repairing all the file. So I will start to work on it, explain what I'm doing, and by trying to go a little bit faster. So first one, let's start oriented. I find that sometimes the auto orientation is working not so bad. So every time now I give a shot. And for example, for the leg, it's quite good. So the first one, hollowing, 2.5. And here we already start to check for the magnets, because a good way to put the magnet is on the connection, like here on the pin, and he will go inside here. So if you use the pin from the connection, you always have the magnet in the center position. So the best way to make this one is to find a hole that is the bigger as you can, because this magnet, if it's too small, it's not holding at all. For example, let me see if you can see this one here. Let me come back to the camera 1 second. This one here, the magnets are 1.5 millimeter. It's so small. It cannot hold even nothing. This one is 2 millimeter. Is a little bit bigger, but still not strong enough to hold in position the piece. This one is 3.5, and I want to try to use this one for the next model. This one is quite larger, stronger, so it should be able to keep the piece in position. Because the problem that I have with this one, I was using the 2 millimeters. It's too small. It connects the part, but it's not very strong bond. So I want to try to make as bigger as I can. But I told you last time when I make on this one, it was already there, the hole that I made before, so I don't need to make so big. So this time I want to try at least to put 3 or 3.5 where is possible. So for example, here 3.5 is big enough. Actually, I can reach even 4 probably, yes. But I want to use the same hole on all the parts for don't become crazy, order 200,000 of magnets. For example, on the arm, this one is already too big. 3.5 is still big. So probably the 3 is the best value here, yes. So I can choose from 3 and 3.5 and 4 probably. So let's start with 4, for example, for the leg. Try to put in the center here. Okay, so this one is our hole for the magnet and also for the resin to flow out, as I mentioned before. The other holes that I can make around here for the resin can be any sides. We don't need, we don't care. The important is this one. Make a standard size for everything. 4 millimeter is good. Bigger is better. After we put this one, start putting support. Here I made a new support with a sphere that you can check here on the top contact shape here, sphere. If you can see here, it changed the contact. Here is a sphere. If you make none, is inside. What's the difference? From what I understand, what I'm learning, if you have a big model, is better make the sphere, because the connection is, when you remove the support, it left a little bit of this ball outside the model, so you can more simply sanding and make smooth. If you make the normal contact shape, the big part goes inside, so when you remove the support, you can left some small hole, and if the model is very small, you will not see too much, and with the primer you was able to cover it most of the time, so it's okay for the small model. But if you make this contact shape on the big model, the holes become bigger and bigger, because you're using middle and heavy support, especially. So I found that on the bigger model is better using the sphere connection. For the normal, for the small model, is better using the classic one. So this one is considering a middle small model, so the normal contact shape is more than enough. So let's put all the supports. Go inside. Okay, let's double check if there is some island. One island. This is the reason why I love this program. Where is this part? Oh, well, this looks so big. It was only that one. And here we are. After I put all the small support, I can just add some medium support, as always, in the position that you will not see, for give more stability to the model. And here we are. Now you have some support that goes outside. So if you remember last time, I told you to increase a little bit the raft. Yes, and after you can adjust manually the support and put inside. You have all this area that is useless, but if you remember, I said that after I can put another part of raft here to bond together and have better connection. So it's okay like this one. Now that we put the magnets 4mm here, let's go directly on the big turtle. Let's check the auto orientation, what it will do. Not so bad. We will have more support here, but I think we can adjust a little. Sometimes when you play with the support, the camera, they become stupid, they invert the command. I don't know why. I already mentioned this bug, if you can call bug, to the cheat box. Let's see if they will find a way to fix it. I want to put the boost a little bit more back, because I don't want to put the face, too much support on the face. Okay. Hollowing. So we said that we put 4mm to the legs and probably 3mm on the arms. So digging a hole, 4mm. Here, actually, we can go even. What is this? This is hole. Okay. I don't like this hole that it can insert like this one. Let me check if. Yeah, you cannot make too much. Try to make a little bit more down. This one a little bit more up. This one a little bit more down. This is weird, the positioning. Yes, okay, like this one, they don't touch each other's. And the important is the magnets, they are strong, close enough to connect. So should be good position enough. Here we said that we put the 3mm. 1 and 2. And we have our holes for the magnet and also for the resin to dump out. So now we are ready to put the supports. This one is a little bit bigger and heavier, so I started directly with the middle support. Anyway, is most of the support on the back, so I can be able to remove it without too much issue. On the face is under the chin, so it's not very visible, so it's still good enough. Let's check the program if we found something else. 3. Remove the support so I can see here. 1. Under the teeth, I prefer put the light support. 2. Here we don't need. 3. Okay, now the camera has come back normal. And here we are, our second part. Now we put the third leg. See, this time I go a little bit faster because this explanation of the settings, how to orient the part, already covered in the previous videos. This time I want to go a little bit faster. Auto orientation. No. Okay, orientation here is not good. I said the last time, most of the time is not working. So, but I give a try sometimes. Okay, I will have some support here, but I don't find a better way to put this one. Anyway, we put a light support here, so is not left any marks. Hollowing the model, drink some water. Check the live. Okay. Dig a hole. Remember we said to put 4. It's not necessary put the same here, because here we have one magnet, here we have another one, but bigger is better. Okay. 1 and 2 holes, 3 holes for the water to flow out. Normally put also under the feet, but because I already know that this turtle has the feet that are flying, if I put a hole here, you will see and is ugly. So it's better to remove it. Anyway, should be enough after you wash it, probably, to remove all the resin. Probably when you finish, because it's up and down, it will be full of resin here in the end. So after when you wash, you will lose a lot of resin come out from here, so you will waste some resin. So this one is up to you. You can decide to put one hole here and after cover, or decide to keep it without a hole and wasting the resin inside, because you don't have another place for flow out the resin too much. So after this one, supports, light, here we are checking accuracy. 1, where are you? Here. In this case, the raft has too much space, so probably I can reduce a lot. 120, yes. All the support are inside. Here we are. Now remove this big part here so I can have better way to work. And yes, this one is how I want to orient it, with the pizza that goes up. Otherwise, it's easy to break it, this part. Hollowing. Remember, guys, to subscribe to the channel of the eSUN, press I like, and if you want to see or test something different, let me know in the comments below. I told you last time I saw this video of the magnet because some of you told me about the magnet on the resin printer, so I studied a little bit, and I bring this tutorial to you also for the magnets. So as you can see, if you send me a message on Instagram or here on the eSUN channel, ask me something, I will do my best to try to check it and bring it for you, some tutorial or at least some test, and see together how it will be. Well, this is totally outside here. Let's edit. Cannot be edited more than this one, otherwise it will collapse in some other part. Okay, so I need to increase the raft. still a little bit outside. Yeah. Okay. Check it. Check, double check. Sometimes I need to check if somebody asks me some information because I cannot see from the slicer. One part here, one part here. If you use Box, can you someone confirm that have the same feature of the detection island that is working good? Because for me, the detection island is a must. Okay, last hand, and we almost finish. As you can see, after you practice many times, make the support and the resin is very, very fast after you understand how to make it. This one, it's good like this one with the fingers up. What happened? Okay. Following. Today is very hot here in China, guys. Okay, so dig hole 3 millimeter, but I'm afraid here 3 millimeter is too big on the borderline. It must be exactly. Yeah. Oh, very good. But it's long enough. Let me check 1 second. It doesn't hollow the hand. You see? Let's see if I can make deeper this one. So this value is the B one. We put like 9. Let me remove the first hole. Put 9. Let me check 1 second here if it's long enough. Yes, I can see a little bit through. Let's put like 10. Always check this one because maybe you put the hole, but it's not long enough, so it cannot pass through the model. And you finish to have the model full of resin uncured and break it. Okay, like this, the resin have a way to go outside. Okay, it's always important to check. Let's put back this one to 3 for the next models. I don't need so deep. Let's put also a hole here because here we don't need to put the magnets because it's to connect the column, but it's better for drain the resin. Okay, I was losing the word. Maybe we can put even 4. No, 3 is better. Yep. Start now on, I always try to put as bigger as I can the hole because if I want to put a magnet, I need a bigger place. Here we are. Oh, okay, this one was already good enough. Okay, our Ninja Turtle is ready. Is missing the bandana. This one absolutely not like this one. I want the bandana goes up like this one. Okay, very good. Support. Yeah, light support, so it will not create any problem. This one we don't hollow, of course, so we don't put any magnets. So for this one is the same. We cannot put any magnets or any hole. Yes, like this is quite good. The chain is a little bit a pain. But if you put light support and pay attention when you remove it, you should not have many problems. I will not have any problem because I already put it and it was good. Is the other side. 1 and 2. So as you can see, in 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes, 20 minutes, I was able to prepare one entire file to print, hollowing, preparing the space for the magnets, support it, and ready to print. So as you can see, after you understand how it's working with a printer, it's quite fast. Now, when you align the model, remember to try to balance the weight on the model. If you put all model like this one, the bed, it will be too heavy from one side, and when it's moving slowly, it can not be flat anymore, and you start to have some problems. So try always to balance the place. For example, here I want only one heavier file. I try to put in the center with the two legs on the two sides. This arm here we can balance here, and this small part we can put like this one. In this way, more or less everything is balanced. It doesn't need to be exactly like a scale, but important is that more or less we have the same distribution. Where are you going? The same distribution. Don't put too much file in one side only to make more flat. Also, because this one is still a lot of space, you can add more files here. And because the laser of the resin has a time that you can use, and especially doesn't matter if you put one file of full file, the printing time is always the same according to the height. It's always better put much model as you can in the bed, so you will saving a lot of time. Because now for printed this one with the eSUN 0.5 is still alive. Yes, okay. Yep. 0.5 I need how long? Let me check. How many hours? 12, 14, 13 hours and 11 minutes. If I put more file, for example, let me think, if I copy this one many times and put all on the bed, now doesn't matter that the file are one over the other one. Doesn't matter how many legs I put. No. The printing time, where is outside the bed? Where you are outside the bed? The print, are you joking? The printing time is always the same because it's according to how tall is the model. So remember, put as much model as you can on the build plate. Try to don't put too high because it's that one that make the print be lower and make more time to print. Let me close the magnets before I lose them because they are very small. It before was 13 hours, 11 minutes. Now it will be exactly the same. 11 hours, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Just increase the quantity of the resin that I'm using, but not the time. This is the beauty of the resin print. Yep. Okay. And this one is our Michelangelo. So for this part is okay. Now let me check here how to make the holes. For glue it, I'm using the acrylic glue. Now you will see me from like this one, so it's very bad. So bye camera. You can see only the screen. And for example, this one is Michelangelo that I showed you before. That I put here 1, 2, and 3. Yes. Oh, Michelangelo, this is not your leg. So it doesn't match. Okay. So as you can see, this leg still have some problem with the magnets. A little bit holding, but is not very strong. The magnet was too small, and also the holes that I made, as you can see, this one doesn't even have the hole on the hand, for example. So it's not very suitable because I didn't know before, but I know now. Oh, here I forgot to open this hole here. Remaining some resin uncured. Always pay attention. This one I need to wash it again. manicure it again. Now, for example, here, if you have some file that is already, let me prepared, and you want to make some hole for the magnets, you took your magnets. In this case, it's very small, so I need to try with the 1.5 millimeter. That is probably like, it's better don't put at all because it's very small. So it's almost perfect the hole. For adjusting, you can use a blade like this one and slowly try to trimmer to make the correct size. If it's something bigger like the other one, I use a drill like this one with this kind of head that you can just insert and drill the hole whenever you need. But you need to be sure that you make the exactly size, because if you make the hole bigger, after the magnet it can fall down, and if it fall down inside here, after you shake, and you always hear the noise, and it's not very nice. First one, before put the magnets, this one is so small that I don't know even how to make it, but I suggest to sand a little bit on the side. This one because it made a little bit more rough and more connection, more easy to grab the glue with the resin. Don't remove too much, or you can remove the, oh god guys, it's so small this magnet. You can remove the magnets, so just a little bit. After that, you see this one still need to sanding. I didn't prepare the file, the part to be glued yet, because you can see still have some part. This one I will make later. So now that I had my magnets. Where is the magnets? Here. I have my magnets. Okay, this one here, and I'm checking the size of the magnets. Can enter. I can take my glue. Yeah. Normally just put a little bit here. This is too small that, guys, is really impossible to make it clean. Take the magnets, put inside, and remove it. Now you need to find something flat that is not metal to push the magnet and put a line, because if the magnet is outside, it creates some spacer on the model and they will not stick very well, and you can see a gap after in the miniature. Like this one, I put the small magnet, is, yeah, it's pretty straight. Okay. Now I need to put the magnets here on Rafael here. So first one, on this hole I made a little bit bigger, so probably the 2.5 millimeter can be good. Let me remove the smaller. It's very difficult to point in front of the camera. It's a little bit small, so let me make a little bit bigger. Let me trim it. Here, make it slowly, because if you make too big, it's more complicated. And here I need to find also something else to push the magnets, because what I used before is too large. You cannot enter. A little bit more and is okay. Okay, now let me find something first to push it. I can use, what I can use, I don't know, something smaller. Oof. Good question. I can try this one, but I'm afraid they will stick too much. Yes, maybe the glue, it will work better. First one, be sure to put in the correct sides. If you put opposite, you will reject. So like this one is connected, so it means that this one, you need to glue it like this one. So remember, sand the part. So we remove a little bit the magnets on the side and make more easy to connect. Remember, this part is what need to go inside there. We take our glue a little bit. Put the magnets and remove it, and is in position. Now push it. I hope is deep enough. I need to find something more flat to push this stuff that is not metal, so I don't have the problem that it will stick on me back. Let me clean from the glue it on the glue. Okay, let's put back the other magnets, because otherwise the magnets, they start to attract each other's and they mix. Let me remove the extra glue here. And let's check what will happen. He doesn't anymore. Okay, he enter, and yeah, he's keeping position a little bit. If I put the opposite, you see the is too heavy for this magnet. He makes some gap here, but I told you normally you don't keep 1 minute like this one, so is more, you keep like this one is okay, but you see the weight is still bring this leg a little bit down. This one, because the magnets, they are not strong enough and they are too small. This one is almost useless magnet. A little bit is working, but if I made the hole bigger here, makes 3 millimeter and 3 millimeter, and using these magnets here, that you can see the difference. Over here there is one small magnet. Look at the difference, is 3 times the size. With this one, probably, not probably, for sure, it will work much better. With this one, yes, a little bit is working, but for sure it can be better. But it was a test, so I will. For this test is okay. Anyway, I need to make practice for painting, so I will for sure destroy these Ninja Turtles, poor Ninja Turtles, with my very bad painting skill. But guys, you need to learn from somewhere. So at the beginning you will make something ugly, second times less ugly, and go on until you make something very beautiful, I hope. And you need to practice. When I start to use the FDM printer at the beginning, my first work, it was not so good. Still now I need to improve a lot, but still going better and better. You need to practice for this one. YouTube is your best friend. You can check many tutorials like I will do it, and try to growing better and better for the quality of my print. So guys, for today is finished like this one. Next week I hope I can try to paint, maybe. I have some worker here that they are block me my studio, so I cannot go to take the airbrush and the filter machine. So I hope for the next week I will be able to go back there, get position of my studio, so I can start to print back something, because now all my printer are closed there, and even my stuff for painting. I have the color here, all the airbrush is there. So I hope I can start to paint something. Guys, thank you for watching me. I hope you enjoyed this small tutorial how to put the magnets. Remember to follow me